What's good, YouTube? This your boy J Diggy 92 coming at y'all with an actual music review. I haven't done one of these since what? I think like Pablo. I think that was the last music review I did, if I'm not mistaken. If I am, just roast me in the comment section. But I'm pretty sure I haven't done one since Pablo. And side note, before we get this kicked off, I'm washing my clothes. So if y'all hear like tumbling and everything else, don't pay attention to that, pay attention to me. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get into this album review of Blonde by Frank Ocean. Like, when I tell y'all, I've never been like the biggest Frank Ocean fan. Like, what was the Channel Orange? Like, I hear that joint was like fire. The only ones I listened to it off of it was like Novocaine and Thinking About You, like the singles. Like, I was never in R&B like that. But now, like, I ain't gonna fake, I fuck with this album tough, y'all. Like, this joint fire. I know a lot of people think different though. Like, what I've been hearing, people is like, this joint is like straight unadulterated ass, like pure butt. And like, I'm just like, damn. Like, I was watching a live stream and in the comment section, it was like, this joint is like ass. Like, Frank was, this is ass. Like, bruh, like, y'all coming at this man neck and beg for this, bruh, for this man to come back. But he came back and gave y'all what y'all wanted. And now y'all like, bro, you could have kept that shit. Like, son, this is gonna make my man go away for another decade or so, and he ain't gonna be back till he old and gray like shit. So, I mean, just in my opinion, I thought the joint was dope. So I'm gonna go ahead and review these songs, tell y'all probably my favorite songs off this joint. And yeah, man, we gonna have fun with it. And I'm gonna try to make this joint short. I ain't trying to have like no 20-minute vid. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. First off, like right off top, the type of album it is. Honestly, when I first listened to it, like the first time I listened to it all the way through, I thought it was like one of them albums to where like if it's a girl you really fuck with, like, or like you really have feelings for, you just can't tell her. This is like one of them joints to where you'll put this on and display all your feelings for you. But then, like, after listening to it like 3-4 more times, this ain't no song for no new joint. This is a song for the old ex that you still like got feelings for, but like they mixed emotions. You just can't explain them shits. Like, one day be like, man, I miss her so much, and the next day, man, in other words, yo, fuck that bitch. But in the words of Young Dro, Professor Dro. But yeah, man, like, now the more I listen to it, it's like one of them songs that you play for your exes, that you still care about them, but you don't care about them, if that makes sense. But I fuck with this album tough. So if I keep looking to this side, this is because my notes over here, y'all. Don't pay attention to that. But first off is the song Nikes. Pretty much, it's like an intro track, in my personal opinion. Like, it's an intro track preparing you for all the damn emotions and roller coasters you about to go through. Like, this song has so many feels, and like, it's kind of like all over the place, but like the songs I gathered, it was about that main topic, like an ex that you just like you fuck with, but you just don't fuck with. So that's pretty much what Nikes is. Just in my personal opinion, that's what Nikes is. Then next one is Ivy, and Ivy is pretty much that, like, it's like one of them reminiscent joints, like, to where it's like, yeah, I know we ain't cool like that, and but I know you might hate me on the outside, but like, honestly, deep down, if you start really thinking about everything we've been through and how important we became to each other and everything else, like, you'll realize that you still really love me. And like, honestly, like, I still feel the same way about you. So it's pretty much this track, and like half of the tracks on here is like this pretty much message, just in my personal opinion. And then so that's Ivy. Next up, my favorite, hands down, like my number one, Pink and White. Bro, I played this song for like 3 hours straight at work. Like, I couldn't get past this one track because that joint is fire. Like, bruh, that, man, if you ain't heard Pink and White, you playing yourself, bruh. Like, this is probably the best track off of this album, just in my personal opinion. And pretty much it's saying, like, yo, we falling apart. Like, we can't go nowhere but down, for real. Like, there's no way we coming back from this. But even though we falling apart, bro, like, I still love you, and I will still give you like every single part of me until I can't, and we fall completely apart, and we don't bang with each other no more. But like, I will give you 150% of me until it's just gone. Like, I just can't, because we're just so far apart. But bro, Pink and White, off top, I could spend like the whole damn video talking about Pink and White. Pink and White, if you ain't heard at least one, you gotta hear Pink and White, dog. Pink and White is fire. I'm gonna go ahead and jump off of it, because definitely we ain't gonna talk about it. We just talked about it, but we ain't gonna talk about it. And so next track is Be Yourself. That's where his moms was spazzing. His moms, she was spitting that real shit. Like, but I know a lot of like weed heads, and it's hot as hell in here. I know a lot of weed heads and stuff ain't gonna fuck with it, because she was like drugs and marijuana, and like that's how she talked through this whole thing. She was like drugs and marijuana and all of those substances bring you out of yourself, and just be yourself, you know what I taught you. Like, that's how she spoke in this whole thing. Like, it's just a filler track, but she was spitting that real shit though. Like, I ain't even gonna fake. Made me feel some type of way on the low, because you talking about alcohol, and y'all know I be turned. But she was spitting that real, so I can't even be mad. Next up, Solo. I pretty much, like, from what I gathered from Solo is like, he was like Bullet and Matador dueling in the sky. There's hell in heaven. Well, there's heaven in hell. Pretty much it's like with every negative, you got to look at the positive side. Like, yeah, you might be going through this, but the positive side, you learned this, or like you came away with this, or you had this experience and everything else. So that's just me personally. That's what I felt like it was from what I gathered. So that's Solo. The Skyline 2 is pretty much, I think this was the dope track. Skyline 2 was just like, enjoy the moment before the moment ceases to exist. Like, you got to enjoy that moment. You got to live for that moment. And if not, like, it's going to cease to exist, or you're just going to forget about that moment, and it's just going to pass you by. So enjoy life's moments when they happen, because you never know when they're going to come back. So that's what me personally Skyline 2 was about. Then next up, Self Control. This is like one of my favorites too. But Pink and White is number one off top. We ain't gonna go back to that. But Self Control, it was just like, we're not together, but don't forget about me. Like, cause I haven't forgot about you. You always have a place, but like, I fit in where you find fit for me to fit in. Like, I just want to still be something to you. I'd rather be something than nothing. That's pretty much what Self Control, in my personal opinion, was about. Just like, I'll get in where I fit in pretty much, and it's just like, I don't want to lose you completely, so I'd rather be around. Is like you said, I'll be the boyfriend in your wet dreams. Like, I'd rather be just a dream, or just like a figment, than just like you just completely not caring about me. Like, y'all, this album was, I don't see how y'all can hate it. But next up is Good Guy. It's pretty much a filler track, but honestly, it's like the inner struggles of a good guy, and like the flip of a good guy. Like, pretty much like when at the end, I don't know if it was his cousin or not, but he was like, man, I don't even care about bitching no more, man. Fucking Jasmine broke my heart. Like, I don't even care. Like, honestly, that's where I'm at with my life personally. Like, I'd be like, man, fuck it. I don't even care. Whatever happens, it happens. If somebody enter my life, that's cool, but I ain't checking for nobody. Like, I ain't tripping off you. Like, do what you want to do. Like, if we do something, that's what's up. If not, fuck it. Like, I ain't stunting nobody no more. Like, it is what it is. And when she comes, I'm going to know that she the one, and then I'm going to start tripping. But honestly, I think this track was, like, it was funny, but at the same time, it's so true, because that is like the inner struggle of a good guy. Like, just listen to it and you know exactly what I'm talking about. Next up is Nights. Pretty much Nights is like that, like, I used you for what I wanted, now it's time to get the fuck on. Like, just me personally, that's what how Nights felt to me. And it was just like, like you knew what it was. It's time for you to move on. Like, come on, bro. Like, you still staying in the same place. Like, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and get your shit and leave. Like it sounds like a one night stand track. Like, bro, like I hit. You need to go ahead and leave. Like, it was cool. Like, even though you ain't want to go, like I cooked you breakfast because you asked for it, but son, now you gotta dip because ain't no reason to still be here. So that's what Nights was to me. Solo replies. Next up, bruh, Andre 3000 murked this track. Like, straight, just spitting real shit, point blank period. Like, that's all you can say. Like, it's good as hell to hear Andre on another track, but like you gotta listen to it. Like, it's so messed up that he said it and I just couldn't pick out like single things. And like, I know people were saying that he like dissed Drake with the ghostwriting stuff, but honestly, if you feel some type of way, he ain't say no names. So if you, that's like when you post something on IG and people get butthurt, like I wouldn't talk about you, but if the shoe fit, wear that bit. So ours, but so yeah, that's how I felt. Solo reprise was Andre 3 stacks murked it. Like y'all got back with that track. Pretty sweet, my personal opinion. Filler track. We ain't gonna stay on that. Facebook story, filler track, but it's so true. Cause Joints be getting mad if you don't add them on social media, and they like. We ain't gonna talk about that. I'm gonna leave that one alone. Next up is Close to You is pretty much exactly what the title says. Just want to get closer to the person. Like, I don't really know how else to explain it. Like, that's what it was, man. So next up is White Ferrari. I love White Ferrari. White Ferrari is second, Pink and White's first, White Ferrari second, and then Self Control is like third. Like, I love White Ferrari, and pretty much like we like this talking about like how him and this person became so essential to each other. Like, I could never stop loving you. Like, how can I stop loving you? And we became like heir to each other. Like, that's me personally. That's how I feel. And yeah, man, like White Ferrari is lit. Like, I love White Ferrari, and it's just like I love you so much, and we became so close over the years. And even though we apart, bro, like ain't nothing changed, man. I still love you. So that's definitely my second favorite. This Siegfried is pretty much like one of them tracks. Like, I'd rather live my life according to my rules and my standards and what I believe in, instead of conforming to what you want me to be and losing myself in the process. So for everybody that think this album is ass and it's just like, oh, yeah, man, I don't think it was good, bro. Siegfried is for you. Like, this, like, he put out what he wanted to put out, and if you fuck with it, you fuck with it. If not, okay, you still bought it. So like, I mean, it's Frank Ocean. Like, you gonna get hella poetry and it's gonna be hella deep meanings, but you gotta listen to it over and over again to fall in love with it. I think it's a classic, just in my opinion, but hey, it's my humble opinion for a reason. Next up is Godspeed. Is like, no matter what, even though we ain't together, I want to wish you the best of luck. Like, no matter what, I don't wish nothing ill against you. Like, it is what it is. Like, I still want you to do great things. Like, pretty much, it's just like, I'ma always want what's best for you, like forever to the day I die. And it's just like, it's a dope track. That's why I say this track is pretty much for like exes, because just in my personal opinion, that's what it was. So especially Godspeed, like, I just wish you the best, like, and that's all I got for you. Like, I love you and I wish you the best. And then last up, we got Future of Free. Pretty much one of them tracks, he just like, I think this is his cousin, I think, again, and he was like, he's just happy because he looked back to what he came from and look where he is now, and it's just like, I'm making it, mom. Like, he was talking to his mom in the beginning, and he was like, I'm making it. And honestly, like, I should be paying people listening to this right now instead of I'm getting paid because they're listening. Like, so that's like, I thought that was dope that he put Future Free in here, because it was just like, and then like it was like a hella filler at the end, but I just thought it was dope because like it was a pretty much thank you to the fans track, just in my personal opinion. And so that's pretty much Blonde in a nutshell. I try to make this quick, but overall, what I would give this, I'd give this like a 9.5 out of 10. I say 9.5. The only thing that kept me from another 0.5 is like the like dialogue joints was like long, and like he had like not like hella fillers, but the fillers was like long and made like songs longer than what they needed to be, just in my personal opinion. But everything else, like I don't skip tracks. at all. Like if you skip a track, you feel some type of way because you're like, damn, that's my song. Like I can't skip this. Like every song is like, damn, that's my joint. Like I can't skip it. And like I said, Pink and White, I spent 3 hours, like 2-3 hours on Pink and White alone. Like I couldn't even get through the rest of it. And the only reason I got through the rest of it is because I knew I had to make this review eventually. So definitely Blonde, instant classic in my personal opinion. I don't say instant classic about a lot of stuff, but most definitely instant classic. And yeah, man, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I know I enjoyed this album, and if you haven't listened to it, Blonde by Frank, bro, like, if you've ever had an ex that you still care about, you know exactly this whole album will relate to you. And honestly, at the end of the day, you'll feel a newfound love for him, just to keep it 100. Whoa, boy, you spit like shit. Nah, so yeah, man, go ahead and hit that thumbs up, that like button, subscribe to the channel, all that. You want to follow me on anything, you know you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snaps, and Snapchat, all that, JDiggy92. And if you haven't already, go check out the $50 giveaway. And y'all, man, just comment once under the video with your IG. I don't know why I gotta explain. You know what? This ain't this. Whatever. But yeah, go ahead and check that out. And I love y'all. And like I always say, I will see y'all when I see y'all.